kind of Korean pickle and very famous side dish. It's North and South Korean national dish also. It's a staple food in Korean cuisine, and which is well salted and fermented vegetables. Especially they always use the radish, cabbage, some spring onions, and the sauce is always different, so there are hundreds of ways the Korean people making this kimchi, and it's quite spicy. We need to add too much red chili powder, and the Korean people use this in the soups, in the stews, even with the rice. It's actually a really must-have dish on their table. And they also called it POGI-Kimchi, and there are so many different names as well. So we trying to stick to the traditional recipe. So there are a few ingredients, and I will show you. Of course, I will do a little bit twist, just like I always do in the recipe, to make it more kind of different taste. So let's get started. There are so many type of cabbages available in the market, but a few months ago I made with romaine hearts this kimchi bar. Finished it, so now I'm just only making for you guys to show my recipe. So I'm using this one. It's normally they're only using in Caesar salads. It's quite crunchy leaves, so I'm going to use this. You can even use the normal white cabbage as well, and there are so many different varieties available in the market. And for the sauce, we need almost 2 cups of water in a pan, which I will show you how to make it. Its base is really important. So in a base we will add it's almost 1/4 cup, you can say, with a normal cup is the rice flour. Traditionally some people also using the boiled rice and then they blend it, but I've noticed if you use the boiled rice, it will not last longer. Maybe the fermentation process will be not the way you want it, so I prefer to use the rice flour. Then we will cook it here, so there will be no chances of anything going to bad happen in the sauce. We using brown sugar. You can use white sugar as well. It is the same quantity. These both should be in the same quantity. I'm using the premium quality. It's a dark soy sauce and it's quite thick, so I'm using 2 tablespoons. If you go lighter soy sauce, you need to make it double, so you can use 4 tablespoons. And also in the sauce we're using 2 onions and a fresh garlic and a lot of ginger and a lot of cloves of garlic as well. And we need normal salt and red chili powder and some vinegar. Obviously in all pickles we need vinegar. They always use the root vegetables in there. I'm using these root vegetables. In Tesco it's called the root vegetable medley. They got sweet and some carrots, parsnip and onion. And normally I make soup with these ingredients, and these are perfect. We only need cream, salt and pepper and some spinach. I always make when someone is not feeling well at home. So we're using these kind of vegetables. You can use your choice as well, like radish and some kind of other roots. We need spring onions, these little bit. I'm not using the main part of onion because I'm using onion in the sauce as well. I don't want too much onions. This is the optional. I'm using lemon juice because I like a sweet and sour taste. So first thing first, we will put 2 cups of water on a medium pan, and we will simmer the rice flour inside until it's all cooked, and then we will add sugar, and then we'll off the burner, and then we will add other things. Let's get started. So first thing first, we need to wash them really well before using it. We need to soak them in salty water. You can add, but I will not use salt and water. I will just directly put should be really thoroughly washed. On the packaging, they said it's already washed, but I'm still doing. While water become a little bit warm, so now we will add 1/4 cup of rice flour. Let it simmer on low heat. Until the rice is cooked and it will become a little bit thick. This will be the main base. So now we will prepare the lettuce. You need to cut this part little bit, not fully detached, and then you need to cut halfway like this, and then don't cut it just shred it like this. You need to be gentle like this, so you will get the leaf kind of open down. You need to little bit cut here, because this part will not ferment it well if you don't do this. So you will do the next. Cut this. This is really important. Just slit it, don't open full. Then don't cut it with the knife. You need to do like tear, or you need to be really gentle like this way. So it will be two parts. You can see it's really fresh inside, and then cut the white part like this. So it's so easy. So now what you need to do, you need to spread the salt on every leaf. As you can see, this is a really important part. You need to make sure that every leaf inside goes salt. Some people do, mix the salt in the water and dip them. I don't want like this. If you use the hard cabbage, the white cabbage, then you need to soak them in like this way. So now you need to wait till 30 minutes that all salt make it really soft. Now at the moment they are crunchy. So we'll put aside and wait 30 minutes till it's all soft. Our bases look like this. You can see the rice is totally cooked. You can see it should be like this consistency. You don't need to overcook it. So now all you need to do is add sugar. You can use white sugar as well, but I like this color and taste of brown sugar. So now you need to off the flame. The sugar will be absorbed in this base. Our base is ready now. When it's a little bit cooled down, then we will add the other spices. So this base is a little bit cooled down now. We're adding these. The spices is really optional, but in a pickle we love these spices, so I'm adding to you. This is the mustard seeds and a fennel seed, and some ajwain, and some also black seeds, and also some black sesame seeds. So I'm adding these. Let them on the side. Let's prepare the vegetables meanwhile. So now we will blend onions and ginger and garlic. I love this mini chopper. It's easy to clean, easy to use. paste. We don't need to cook it. This will be as it is added. Let's mix them. You need to add little bit of salt because as you are aware, we already salted our cabbage, so I'm using only 1 spoon. We need a tablespoon of vinegar. I'm using the white vinegar. That much. Vinegar is really important because to ferment it well. And a pinch of turmeric powder. This is all optional, but I like turmeric powder in pickles. So we need 4 of these. We need a lot of red chilies. And the soya sauce. And then mix it. Now we only need to add our vegetables and some lemon juice. You can see. Even you can freeze little bit of this paste in a container, and next time only salt the cabbage and add them again. So we will see. Sometime I always keep aside some, so it's easy to make kimchi next time. You don't need to make repeat all the process. So let's set aside. vegetables, and we need to add half of the lemon. And all we need to do is mix it. This looks so mouth-watering. Even as it is, if you put in your normal sandwich and grill it, oh my god, so tasty. This is always time you can check the taste. It's lovely. So now all we need to do is spread evenly on our cabbage. So now only we need to do, we need to apply on every leaf this mixture. You always need gloves because these are all red chilies. So I highly recommend always use gloves. So you can use another container as well. So I'm using on the same, the pan. I'm putting my cabbage in. So you need to make sure you layer all mixture in every leaf, and the leaves become so soft. So be gentle, otherwise they will break. Even if you don't want the whole cabbage, you can cut them in small pieces. You're still fine. This doesn't matter how the way you want. I want as it is because when I need it, I'm just plucking one leaf and it's enough for me. If you want to keep it for longer, for more than 6 months, so you always need to sterilize your jar, and you need to put it in a tight container. But I'm usually always making fresh and always finish early, so I'm using normal container and just spread them inside like this. It will be fermented in there. In my country it's always cold, so even I can keep them outside of the fridge as well. But if you think there's a hot outside, so you always keep them in the fridge till at least 48 hours after it will be fermented. So when it start fermented, you make sure you just make them move around, like spread them again, so the sauces will go evenly everywhere. It already looks so mouth-watering. I've kept some sauce in the freezer. I will try it with the white cabbage. I never tried with the white cabbage, this kimchi. So I want to see how it turned. We have a few leaves left, which is because of salty water is detached. It's so easy to make. Again, I will repeat, I highly don't recommend to boil the rice or use the old leftover rice and blend them, and it will be really different taste, and you will feel it will rotten so soon. So I highly recommend use rice flour, and it's easy to use as well. So you can see it looks so lovely. Make sure you use all the sauce. Have you noticed we didn't put any oil or anything, but you know, traditionally in Asian people they use mustard oil. You can add a hint of, but I don't want. You can even use sesame oil. I want to use every single bit. So now how it looked like. We need to wait at least 48 hours for better taste. I can't wait to try it. This kimchi looks so mouth-watering. So I'm using this olives on the side because I love olives. It's from mature cheddar. And it's so nice. And I'm serving it with my chickpeas rice and a green sauce. So let's try some. So as it's not fermented yet, so I'm not taking the stock. So I'm using just the one part. So I'll cut it.